Hey guys, welcome to this new video of the pop-up training. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Strive Leads to create opt-in pop-ups. And in the next video, I'll show you how to A/B test with Strive Leads for optimal conversion rates. So once you've installed Strive Leads on your WordPress site, what you will see is this Strive Lead dashboard where you get the lead groups, the lead shortcodes, and the two-step light boxes. And since it's a pop-up training, we're going to focus on lead groups, and we're going to create a demo one. And then I'm going to show you the types of opt-in you can have in the lead group. So in the lead groups, you can have ribbons, which are on top of your screen. You can have light boxes, which are the pop-ups. You can have widgets, which are on your sidebar on your WordPress site. You can have post footers, which are boxes at the end of your blog posts. And you can have slides in. So like when people scroll a certain percentage of the page, then it just slides in on the side of the page. So it's an alternative to pop-ups. In that case, we're going to focus on pop-up, but just know that you can test these different opt-in methods against each other. So maybe a pop-up doesn't work for you, but maybe a slide-in will work, or maybe a ribbon will work. So you should probably try these. And the good thing with the lead groups is, well, a lead group doesn't need to show up on your whole website. It can actually just show on a section of it. And the way you do that is by clicking on the display settings here. And once you click on the display settings, this window opens, which allows you to tell the plugin where you want to show all the opt-ins you're going to create in that group. So in that case, you could select per category, and category is great because then it allows you to create offers that are more related to the content people are consuming. And doing that, we actually saw a tripled conversion rate for us. So that was really good, and you should probably try that. We talk about this in the optimization framework. You could target specific posts, specific pages, specific types of page, specific types of posts, or just any basic post you want, like your front page or your 404 page, that kind of stuff, while excluding some. So you can really go quite crazy on targeting. I suggest you pick categories. That's probably the best way to target. So that's how you decide where these things show. In that case, I'm going to pick all posts so that I can show you what it looks like in real life. Then I'm going to save that, so all posts will display whatever opt-in I create in that group. Now, since we're in a pop-up training, I'm going to go into the lightbox, and I'm going to click Add. When you click Add, you just get that empty page, and you need to create a form here. Once you click Create Form, you can just give a name. I would call it Control in that case, which is going to be my base pop-up, the one that I A/B test against. And you just get that new thing appearing once you've created your control. And the first thing you want is selecting the trigger. And the trigger is when you want the pop-up to appear. So it could be on page load, it could be after a certain amount of time, and you could just select how many seconds you want. You could select specific class ID if you want to play a little bit with your HTML and that kind of stuff. You could select a percentage of the page the user scrolls. So for example, if you want to show your opt-in pop-up at the end when people are done reading, so you don't want to be disrupting them when they're reading, then select 100% and it will show at the end of the blog post. And you can have the exit intent, which for mobile, and that's the only plugin that does that, you can pick a timer for that. So on desktop it's going to be exit intent being when your mouse, if you look at my mouse here, moves out of the browser, and the timer being when after a certain amount of time, because there is no mouse on the mobile, so it wouldn't work. So that's why the guys from Strive Leads were pretty smart and listened to a very smart guy, which is me, and implemented that feature. So in terms of tests, we found that on page load is the highest conversion rate, but it's also the most aggressive, and as a result you get less social shares and you get less links to your website. So it slows down your growth, but it gets more opt-in rate. However, exit intent is really good because everyone will see your pop-up, but you're only showing it when they're about to leave the page. So we highly recommend you use exit intent. It was the best compromise for us. We lost a little bit of conversion rate compared to on-page load, but it was not significant, and we got around 90% of the links and share that we had without a pop-up at all. So it was pretty good in terms of user experience. Once you have that, I've selected exit intent. You can select your display frequency being how often do you want people to see the pop-up. So if they visit your website every day, they don't necessarily see the pop-up every day, which would be a little bit annoying. 7 days is about right. 7 to 14 days, I would say, is about right. You can go as far as 30 days. It's really up to like how often you want people to come on your website and so on. I'll leave it at 7. 7 is good. And then you can just choose the animation. To be honest, the animation doesn't really change the conversion rate. It would be, you know, very, very little in terms of impact. You can have it zoom in. I like having coming from the top. It's just nice and clean, and I'll just save it. Now we have selected that, but we still didn't really create our pop-up, did we? And the way you create your pop-up is you click on the little edit design button here, and you can see you could reset the stats, you could archive it, or you can clone it if you want to A/B test. But in that case, I'm going to edit the design. And when you click on that, if you know about Strive Content Builder, you get something very similar. And I'm going to pick that lightbox, and you will be able to drag and drop and click and edit as you want. But I'm going to show you that in a second. So here's an example of pop-up. Obviously, 10 pizza recipes for a content marketing platform is not necessarily the best opt-in, so I'm going to change it. I'll call it get our 4 steps to profitable content. I don't have an image yet, but if I had an image, I would click on the image, and whoops, I would not click on Event Manager. I would click on change image, and I would pick an image in my WordPress thing, or I would just upload one. I'm gonna just pick that image in that case, and you will see it should just replace it, and then you can just write your pop-up. So you can really like drag and drop. Why isn't it changing? Here we go. It's because it's an animated GIF. And here you would put your autoresponder code. So you would go inside your autoresponder like I showed you on the SumoMe video, and you are able to paste your HTML form here. It will generate the fields and it will replace it, so when people opt in, it actually goes into your email marketing service. So yeah, you can just click. There's a whole guide on what to write in the pop-up on this course, so I suggest you read it. I'm not gonna redo the whole thing, but that's how Thrive Leads works. That's how you create a pop-up, that's how you target it, and in the next video I'll show you how to A/B test it and optimize it over time. So I'll see you in the next video.